Sun City is based on an entirely new concept. A wholly self-sufficient city for wealthy senior citizens. 18 people have died mysteriously over the last 6 months. All of them died of exhaustion. They were found with their faces contorted in horror, and some of them had even crawled out of bed. The sheriff and his men have been patrolling the area constantly at night, so the possibility of crime can safely be ruled out.
I guess you're the agent from the organization.
The mayor wants you in his office now. Carpenter's death hit us all pretty hard. Go see the mayor as soon as you can.
I can't say I'm over the moon to see you. I didn't want you involved. We have a little problem here. 4 deaths in 1 week. Mr. Carpenter died yesterday. But I can't bring myself to believe in any paranormal theory. I can't stop you from investigating, but I can ask you to stay out of my way. I don't have anything more to tell you, young fella. I have work to do.
Urgent call. The data we've just analyzed do not help trace any H networks in the city. First, you must find the poltergeist's energy source. Maintain a low profile.
Good morning. My wife must have sent you. Will the doctor ever make up his mind to come? I feel so awfully weak.
here you are at last. Oh, I'm sorry, young man. I thought you were one of the workers. They are supposed to come and collect the fresco and then deliver it to the city hall. That is the deal. Raise your chisel to the stone and you shall desecrate it. Exodus 20, Deuteronomy, second of the 5th book of the Pentateuch. It's a bas-relief that comes from the small monastery which was destroyed during the Mexican War. You can have a look at the fresco if you want. It's a bas-relief that comes from the small monastery. You can have a look at...
Excuse me, young man. I'm looking for Dr. Varney. Yes, Varney. Oh, it's clear you're not from around here. Forgive me. I'm so worried. And my poor husband, who is so ill. I feel strange things. So many strange things are happening, you know. So many strange things.
The pastor dropped by. He said you were making good progress in your investigation. He was carrying a stone statuette under his arm. He wanted to leave it here. He's done a lot of work restoring the chapel. As for me, I haven't found anything that proves the cases were connected at all.
Come on in. I've just got through the autopsy on poor old Carpenter. Like all the other victims, he didn't have a heart condition. These coincidences are pretty big ones. I'll have to ask you to come back later. I've got a few visits to make. Will you come back some other time? I've got to complete the file. I'll have to ask you to come back later. I've got a few visits to make. Will you come back some other time? I've got to complete the file.
Get on with the mission. You're running out of time. Perform a trance on Mr. Carpenter's body as soon as possible.
I'll have to ask you to come back later. I've got a few visits to make. Will you come back some other time? I've got to complete the file.
I don't have anything more to tell you, young fella. I have work to do.
It's one death after another, and I just don't know what to make of it. This thing's got me beat. As for me, I haven't found anything that proves that... Hey, I've been looking for you. You gotta go to the Crumbles now. I'll come with you. The doctor's already there. He asked me to tell you to get over there.
Your energy level has been consistently dropping ever since you took the statuette. We understand the entity resorts to some objects in order to drain energy.
I have some sad news. Mr. Crumble just died. I can't figure it out. Mr. Crumble didn't present any alarming symptoms of cardiac trouble. None of the folks who recently died were seriously ill. I have to tell you, I'm in way over my head with this.
Let us pray for the soul of poor old Mr. Crumble, my son. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Verily I say unto you, he who believes in me shall live forevermore.
My poor husband. My poor husband. I just knew it would all end badly. I trust you, young man. Here's the key to his room. Yes, the key. The sheriff told me you had powers. If only you could... I don't know. What am I going to do now? Lord, help me. You've got to do something.
Raise your chisel to the stone, and you will desecrate it. You shall not sculpt images of things that exist. No stone image that resembles anything under heaven. For the divine wrath shall then arise, and you and your family shall be cursed.
Do not stray from the straight and narrow. Listen only to your heart, my son. Verily I say unto you, he who believes in me
I'm not sure about the accuracy of my diagnosis. The deaths have to be connected somehow, as you seem to think. None of the folks who recently died were seriously ill.
Where have you been? I've just had the sheriff on the phone. There's something wrong with Mr. Crumble. Dr. Varney wants you to see him there as soon as you can. You have to get to the Crumbles as soon as possible. Dr. Varney wants you...
Prime surety.
I think the mayor wants to see you. I understand he's as much in the dark as I am. Let's go see the mayor as soon as possible. I think he's willing to trust you.
Raise your chisel to the stone, and you will desecrate it. You shall not sculpt images of things that exist. No stone image that resembles anything under heaven. For the divine wrath shall then arise, and you and your family shall be cursed.
Oh my, I'm so unhappy. Did you see the mayor? Dr. Barney and the mayor want you at the city hall. Strange things are happening. I feel them. Really unusual things. Did I tell you I'm a medium? I can feel a power, an evil power.
I think the mayor wants you to take charge. The whole city is pretty shook up by Mr. Crumble's death.
We just reviewed the situation. The autopsy reports don't explain a thing. I don't get it. None of the victims presented alarming symptoms. This fatigue's spreading fast. Other inhabitants, the restaurant's regulars, are now affected. It's just extreme feebleness, with no medical reason that I can make out. This fatigue's spreading fast. Other inhabitants, the restaurant's regulars, are now affected.
We're worried. I don't believe in your paranormal phenomena. But I'll let you do your investigation. Truth is, I don't have a choice. I guess I'll have to trust you. The guys who are putting in that bas-relief will be here anytime. Just try to keep a low profile, okay? The guys who are putting in that...
I gotta wait for the workers. They'll be delivering the fresco any time now. The whole city is pretty shook up by Mr. Crumble's death. I gotta wait for the workers.
You're disappointing me, my son. You're bringing only sorrow to our community. I've already asked you not to interfere in the affairs of the Lord. He who hates me also hates my Father. I say these words so that you can have peace in me, St. John. I've already asked you not to interfere in the affairs of the Lord. You'll have to come back later if you want to talk about your sins. But... where am I? What's... You saved my life, young man. Now I understand. You saved me from eternal damnation. That ghost Sheridan had me in his power. I know what he's after. We have to move fast. The 3 statuettes have to be put back on the bas-relief in the city hall. There are no two ways about it. Our salvation is at stake. Let's not waste a moment. This thing wants to destroy America. May God help us, my son. The 3 statuettes. Let's not... There's something I want to tell you. I'm kind of worried about the minister.
I hope you're making progress. I have nothing new to tell you.
The guys have delivered the bas-relief. This work of art has cost us a whole pile of money.
The minister dropped by and we had a talk.
The guys have delivered the bas-relief. But 3 sculpted characters are missing. I can't imagine the man's involved in all these accidents. The minister's been acting strange. He hasn't been his old self lately. I can't imagine the man's involved in all these accidents. But... where... You saved me from eternal damnation.
Curse on you. But you won't stop Sheridan from taking revenge. I remember something about that base repeat. It comes from an old monastery. During the War of 1846, the Mexicans had the monastery surrounded. And Sheridan died there. The guy was a hero. He waited for reinforcements that never showed up. Did I tell you the pastor was looking for you?
Sheridan's soul must have taken refuge in the monastery's bas-relief. The sculpture has been brought to the chapel. Sheridan has a hold over one of the city's inhabitants, someone who pulled the statuettes out of the bas-relief. The statuettes have to be gathered together and put back on the bas-relief to break its energy circuit. Some desperate action by the entity is then to be expected.
Curse on you. But you won't stop Sheridan from taking revenge.
Oh, I'm so happy to see you. Your presence is a great comfort to me. The pastor came by and asked how you were. I feel so feeble, so lonely, so tired. Oh, I'd very much like you to stay a while. I can make you some tea. That's it, tea. I feel so feeble, so lonely, so tired.
Raise your chisel to the stone, and you...
The 3 statuettes have to be put...
Ha! No one can. Settle our differences at the chapel. Meet me there. A clean duel, man to man. Death shall be the final judge.
The minister dropped by and we had a talk. He left a statuette. I think it belonged to the late Mr. Carpenter. I'm waiting for the autopsy report. I asked for an outside opinion. I don't know what to make of all this.
I still think there's something weird about the way the minister's acting. Where can those statuettes be? The minister's been acting strange. I can't imagine the man's involved.
So full of energy. So full of energy. Oh, I'd very much like you to stay a while. I can...
This business must have shaken me up. I don't feel so good. Locals are scared. People are hiding out. Can you believe that?
Let's not waste a moment. This thing wants the three statues. Let's not waste a moment. This thing wants to destroy America. May God help us, my son.
I see you have a cool head. Draw your gun. Your courage will not be enough to save your life. Take that! You are gonna die first. That seals your fate. Then I'll take revenge on the President of the United States. He'll join you all in hell.
You've just been assigned another mission. In Hawaii, where the organization is holding its annual conference.